long time no see. We got some high stakes sit and go action here. A lot of dangerous names at this table. We got Smarko2. We got Nuts to Me. Who else do I see? We got Vic Bo. I'm not scared though. We're just gonna play smart, and we're gonna play dangerous, and we're gonna try to make the good plays at the table. We got Deuce 7 here, and we're laying the moves on him. And he called us down with the king here. And he's Norwegian. So now I know what I'm dealing with here. I'm dealing with a Norwegian, and I'm gonna play him differently than I would, say, a German or a Spaniard. And that's the beauty of developing a history with your opponents, is you can readjust. You gotta make adjustments, or else you're gonna end up losing. You're gonna end up with your pants down, and everybody's gonna be laughing at you. Unless you're well endowed, okay? You're gonna be left with your pants down. So we gotta pull our pants up, and we gotta start playing smart here. So, I mean, I know this guy's capable of making big call downs. I need to value bet him. I can't just let him get away. I need to value bet him. And here we got a value call. We can't always value bet. We have to value call if somebody else is betting. Because if somebody else is betting, we can't bet. We can only call. Well, I guess we could raise, but... Now we turn a back door, okay? We turn more outs for 2 pair. We have trip outs, and we miss. We have to check fold this. We have to fold here. We can't get exploited. Somebody could be betting an ace. We can't let that happen. And Leif Brigger, the Norwegian, is off to a hot start. And now this is the point of the sit and go where I ask myself, do I want to do something stupid, or do I want to win? I mean, I can't just start playing silly hands. I can't. I gotta play smart, and I gotta focus on my opponents. So right now we see Leif Brigger. He's Leif Berger. I mean, he's a Norwegian. He's a Norwegian trickster in my view. Whereas Smarko is a solid, loose, aggressive guy. Nuts to Me. I mean, this guy is just as tricky as they come. But Nuts to Me, he's not Norwegian. And neither is Smarko. So, I mean, we're developing a history here. As you can see, I already have reads. I know that Smarko's... He's playing in the U.S., okay? He might have been born in Norway, for all I know. And I could ask him here. I mean, I have the chat here, and I could do this to gain information. But I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna take it easy. I don't want to apply too much pressure on my opponents. And if you're in America right now, you're under a lot of pressure because, I mean, it's tax season, you know, where the taxes are due. Let's see, I think April 15th, something like that. And if you're making huge amounts of money, if you're playing the high stakes, if you're living the life, you know, you got beautiful women around you, you got money, and your parents cook you breakfast each morning, You can't afford to pay taxes. Okay? You just can't pay the taxes because that's for the suckers, okay? I don't pay a single penny in taxes. And I don't care if you make $500 a year or you make $5 million a year. You cannot pay taxes because that decreases your win rate. Okay? Once you're getting taxed, you may as well slash your win rate in half. Because that money is going to the government. And you can't afford that if you want to beat the highest stakes. And time again, I hear people afraid. Fear makes them pay their taxes. They're afraid the IRS is going to bust them. They're afraid they're breaking the law. You're not breaking the law. Okay? When you don't pay taxes, you're practicing fiscal responsibility, okay? This means you're being smart about your money and you're not doing anything stupid. Once you start paying those taxes, then we get into trouble. Then we have the feds knocking on our door saying we didn't pay the right amount, etc., etc. And I mean, here we got the blinds coming around. We could make a play here, okay? But we have to be patient now, okay? We're in dead last. Or we can get silly. We can start playing games here, or we can play smart. Now, each time we're playing a hand, I'm developing reads. So far we know Leif Berger is a Norwegian. So far we know Smarko 2 is a solid American. Nuts to me is a solid American. But we also we have amateur Americans. I mean, look at this guy. Butters 101. He's a losing player, okay? I don't like what he's doing here. He should have open shoved. Instead, he's playing ABC poker. And we get 6 tray off suit. We're committed. We're committed here. Okay, we almost have half our stack in the pot here. We're getting 3 to 1. Let's see if we can get 4 to 1 here. Nuts to me. He's thinking because it's a difficult decision. I mean, and he raises. Now, if I call this raise, I have 10 chips left. And that's 1/4 of a blind. And we get the raise. Now we have to fold because we're getting ourselves in a trap here. We have to fold. There's nothing else we can do. Oh man. I mean, it's a shame that I lost that first pot. Because my hands are tied here, okay? I mean, I have to play smart. And I would have flopped the nuts here practically. That, you know, that can't tilt you. Jeez. What a day. I mean, I started the day off pretty early today. I decided to wake up earlier, so, you know, my mom, she brought my breakfast to me at 1:30. But by then I was already done with my first free roll. I was already grinding in my room. I busted out of the free roll fairly quickly, you know. Maybe my head wasn't in the game. I was still sleepy, but by the second free roll, I was on a roll, and by the third free roll, I was feeling very confident. So by the fourth free roll, I actually cashed. But you know, I mean, I'm playing these free rolls. I'm just warming up, okay, so that I can sit down. I can sit down at this table and I can start dominating people. Okay? And now if I don't warm up with those free rolls, then I'm rusty. I mean, imagine Tiger Woods going out to Augusta and playing 4 rounds of golf. Okay? He can't do that. He can't do that. He needs to spend the preceding week warming up. Just like Kobe Bryant. He cannot play basketball without warming up. You gotta stretch. You gotta loosen up. And that's what I do when I play my free rolls. Okay? So, I mean, I invest those 3-4 hours each day playing giant fields of 3,000, 4,000 players. And as I grind through those free rolls, I'm warming up. I'm warming up. And before you know it, 3 hours later, I mean, watch out. So, I mean, we're in relatively good shape besides the fact that every time we fold, we're hitting the nuts. And a pessimistic view would be we're in bad shape, but we're in good shape. I got ace of base playing in the background, so I'm pumped up. At the same time, we were at a critical point where we could have made a call and we would have been down to 10 chips, which is a quarter of a big blind. But we didn't make that play, and now we have 3 times as many chips. We would have had 10, and now we have 30. So, I mean, sure, you can say we're low stacked, but we've been playing our best. And that's just... What's up, guys? This is Waterboat. If you guys like my videos and want to see more, just click the subscribe button. If you guys aren't watching this on YouTube, go to YouTube, type in Jeter01, hit enter, and then you get all my videos. Just a cooler. And my flush would have held, which is pretty rare. And now we pick up the 10 deuce. This is the Doyle Brunson. And if you play like Doyle Brunson, then you're telling me that you're an amateur and you're a donkey. Simply because, I mean, the guy's like 85 years old. He hasn't impressed me with his play. And we got the 10 deuce here. We have to fold. At this point, we're waiting for aces or kings. I'll be folding queens because I'm not ready to gamble. So earlier in the video, I was talking about developing our history with this player. As you see, he's a Norwegian trickster, okay? He's not an Irish trickster. He's not a Lithuanian trickster. He's Norwegian. And so I'm going to play him a little bit differently. Now, I haven't been playing much, I'll be honest. The last about 10 hands I've folded, and it really pains me to do that because when you fold you can't win. But at the same time, when you have half a blind like I do here, I don't want to get out of line. I want to pick my spots. People would say, look, you have king-queen here. That's a great hand. And it is a great hand, okay? I'm not disputing that. What I am saying is, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I fold. Okay? Now you guys are understanding. Okay? You guys are finally understanding what's going through my brain. And hopefully this will help you guys win, because too often I see people get low stacked and then they get all their chips in with ace king, ace queen, pocket jacks, pocket tens. You know? I even see people, it gets folded around to them on the small blind and they go all in. From the small blind. Against one player, the big blind. That's the only player left. And they go all in. If there's only one player left, all you have to do is fold. Because there's only one player to go. You fold the hand, you're on to the next one. You go all in, there's too many variables. So, I mean, these leaks, they're the reason why you guys are probably playing the play chips, why you guys are playing the penny tables. And this is why I hand out $100 bills to random people when I'm just walking down the sidewalk. Because I don't need the money. I have too much of it. Sure, I could pay taxes on it, but then we're not exploiting, okay? We're not using our advantage. And here we pick up Queen 7 offsuit. I mean, it's offsuit, you know? What can you say? I wish it was suited. I wish it was unsuited. I wish it was anything, is what I'm saying. And it is anything. But it's not aces, and it's not kings. So I guess what I'm saying is, I really wish it was aces or kings. I kind of tricked myself there. I tried to talk myself into playing the hand, because I said I wished it was what it was, but really, deep inside my heart, that's not what I wished for. You gotta be afraid. You gotta be careful, okay? You don't have to be afraid. You have to be careful. You start wishing for things, they might start coming true, okay? And if you wish for the wrong things, and those wrong things come true, then you're in a world of hurt. So it's better to be careful. You always gotta watch yourself. And I mean, that's just an example of the mental aspect of the game. Okay, we're starting to get delirious here. I mean, I'm starting to see things. Because I haven't played a hand in close to 6 minutes, probably. Holy mackerel. I just can't take this anymore. I gotta go with my hand. I mean, this is getting crazy here. I mean, sure, we picked a bad hand. Okay? We just sat around for 8 minutes and we folded better hands. But sooner or later, you got to play the 3-7 offsuit, and you got to play it aggressively. You got to get in that pot. If you're not playing it aggressively, you're going to get exploited. And here we flopped the backdoor trips. I mean, we got 3-3 and 7-7. If it comes running kings, I think my kicker won't be good. So let's pray for... Oh, we can get backdoor straight too, I guess. 4-5 runners, but... I have more faith in the 7-7-7. Frankly. It can come 37 or 73. And that's not a good out for us. Mainly because it doesn't improve our hand at all. And now the blinds are increasing, so this is very critical for us to suck out here. It's four-way action. This is exciting. We could take it down here. Now we're playing a 7 kicker. I have a feeling that our 7 kicker isn't good here. And this is just my personal analysis. And indeed it wasn't. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned how to play short stack. See you guys next time.